Good afternoon, everyone. I want to get out and make a video today. It is post Hurricane Sally. Yeah, we got a lot of rain. It was quite a bit of rain yesterday evening with some wind throughout the night. However, by this morning, I got up real early expecting it to be catastrophic as it was being reported. However, Sally had moved on further north and was way up in North Georgia and Tennessee. So, come down to the shelter here, and my rat's back. She's been busy making her nest. Check this out. She has been back. She likes to make her nest right here under this bag of Quikrete. She brings in all this straw and this debris. So I've got to clean it out. All right, I got it swept out and looks a little better. She drags all this stuff up in here, makes that nest. She's been making that nest there for a couple years since I've gotten this makeshift floor out of these pallets here. And she likes to use the restroom right here. So, clean that up. And I have discovered I've got a leak. See how the floor's wet? And I believe this is going to be where I'm getting it leaked. So, I've got some work to do down here. Some maintenance. One of my biggest plans this fall, as the temperatures start getting cooler, I'm going to fix a real floor with some 2x6s. I'll be getting rid of this, and I'll attach everything to the structure, and I'll put a proper floor on it. And then eventually the tarps will be gone, and I'll have 3 proper walls. I want to eliminate critters being down here, but it'll eliminate these big cracks, and it'll be nicer, be more cozier. I stayed in quite a few shelters along the Appalachian Trail between Amalacola Falls and Sam's Gap. I've hiked that complete section, not all at once, but I did. That took some weeks, and one time I was actually able to go out there for 2 weeks. And it was fun to live out of the backpack. But those shelters along the Appalachian Trail are very nice. Some of them are even 2 stories with lofts and whatnot. Today I wanted to get out after this rain and work on some of my skills. Thought I'd get out today in all this wetness and see if I could get a fire going. And I always carry modern flint and steel. However, I'm going to use old flint and steel with a piece of steel that someone had made for me out of a guy I knew who did blacksmithing, and a piece of flint. And what I do, I have some char cloth that I made. I'll show some more of that. Right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to get out here. I want to look for some fat lighter. I believe I know where some is, because fat lighter will almost, I could say 99.99% guarantee you of having a fire. And I believe I'll be able to find some good dry stuff. I'm looking around now and I see things that will burn, even in this wetness. And I want to show you how wet it is today. If you look at my feet, look at the sotchiness. That's wet. Sun's coming out. Sunshine is always good. We're supposed to be having much cooler temps this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. This is one of my favorite times of the year, is when we transition from late summer to early fall and getting into the cooler weather. I love cooler weather. It's not as buggy, not as snaky. Fires are more appreciated. I love it when the air gets crisp. And so with all that, I'm going to try to find some stuff here. And I also I have a new knife that I want to show off today. And I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. Okay, I have found some fat lighter. This is a nice stump. See it right here? I'm going to get some of this fat lighter. and I'm going to hopefully be successful in this video on making a fire with primitive skills. Good stuff right here. One of the best smells on the planet. A cold steel shovel. Used it to slice some of the pieces off. All right, now time to find some tinder. Okay. When you're out gathering in wet conditions, one rule of thumb is you want to collect stuff that is up off the ground, because as wet as it is, as much rain as we had last night, I imagine we probably had 3 to 5 inches, which is not as much as some of the areas that were down close to the coast. With all the storm surge and whatnot, they had quite a bit of a substantial amount of flooding. That's to be expected along the coast. But here I'm looking at some stuff that's up above, and I walk over to it and listen to that. Hear that crackling sound, that popping dry sound? This will burn. It will burn. Okay, I've made a simple little, I guess you could call it a fireboard. Just very simple. Found some drier material, and that's what I'm going to build the fire on. I always like using the term building fires. Making fires is kind of, you have to build the fire, and it's a process. I think I read it was Morris Kahansky who once said that the most important thing to do when you get into camp is to build your fire first, and then everything else just follows in suit with that. And saying that, he was talking about if it's cold, you have a fire to go on and warm yourself up, and security, and also to cook your food and prepare your water if you needed to boil your water. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this piece of fat lighter. Man, I love that. Wish I could make some beard oil. And I've got a new knife that I wanted to show off. A friend of mine, Chad Carpenter, give him a shout out, gave me this knife. It's by Camelus. It's the titanium. I think you can get these knives at Walmart. I remember picking one up and I was doing a video at Walmart one time. I think it was like a $50 thing I was talking about at Walmart. But this knife here is, I believe, 10 to 15 bucks. It's kind of a thin blade on it. I'm going to put it to the test. But I have one just like this, and it is still in the package. Man, it is hot and muggy today. And I'm going to give it away. I'm trying to build my channel up, so I have 101 subscribers. I have a knife that I'm going to give away at 200 subscribers, but I'm going to keep that knife, that Mora Classic. When I reach 200, I'll give it away. I'm going to give this knife away when I reach 120 subscribers. So that's 19 subscribers away. And what I'll do, just real quickly, when I reach 120, first person to comment when I reach 120 with hashtag knife giveaway, you'll be the winner. If you're 16 and older, the knife comes straight to you. If you're under that, we'll have to get permission from the parents, guys. Can't just send it to you if you're underage. It's a good little knife. I like it. It's lightweight. It would be good for backpacking. And I believe it'll be good for bushcrafting, hunting, whatever else. It's titanium, 440. The only thing that's kind of got me wondering is how thin the blade is. That'll hold up to batoning. I bet it will, being that it's titanium. Titanium's strong. All right, I'm going to take this knife now, and I'm going to shave some of this, make some dust is what I call it. Basically, that's what it is. And I'm going to use it to try to catch a spark and get a fire going. Okay, so basically what I've been doing because I've been taking the edge of this knife and just scraping down on this side, but I realized it makes it better on this edge. I was trying the spine of the knife, but I don't really get much action out of it. It's not that sharp. The blade for this knife is going to be where I get the action. See that? Look at that dust coming off there. Those fine shavings. Man, it smells so good here. Need to make some beard oil, like I said. I'm glad I've got my Shimag with me. Man, it is so muggy. It is about 70 degrees though, but man, this humidity is tough. All right, so I'm going to do this a little more, get a big pile made up, and we'll see what we can do. All right, I got my goodie bag. Got my striker. And I'd made a new charring container to char my cloth. This is made out of a pellets for a pellet rifle. The can was flat, and I took a ball peen hammer and I made some domes. Put a little hole in it when you're charring, and took an old t-shirt and I made some char cloth. This is basically what I try to catch the ember, the spark from the striker on. So let's see how we do here. This is a brand new batch. I haven't used it yet. And I'm going to need to get me a new piece of flint. This one is starting to get small. Man, the kids are out and the dogs are out and there's all kind of stuff going on up towards the house. So here we go. Let's see if we can catch. Sometimes the char cloth is not that good, and it doesn't want to catch your spark. Yes. Because I got sparks hitting all over it and it's not catching. See, that one should have caught. No, it's not wanting to catch. Okay, so let me get this is some of my older stuff. Ooh, it's hot. Probably going to be too much sweat coming off of me. That can be, see look, caught one right there. And it went out. Kids are coming up the creek, they'll be here in a minute. Got some, I'm going to take some of this tow. Well, this is going to be interesting. Look how sweaty I am. Alright, I need to make me a proper little bundle. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, so stand by. Okay, here we go. Trying something a little different. I was not successful in finding. Man, I got sparks going all over the place. But I'm missing my. There are some guys I've seen, they'll take it and hold it, and their technique on striking is a lot better than mine. But practice, perfect practice, I should say, makes perfect. It's damp. Okay, I caught me a good ember here. have some flame.